We need to put women back in the kitchen. We need to take fucking, only one man needs to be working. So I think as a collective man group, we need to elect somebody that's gonna put women back in the kitchen, put one man working. You got kids raising themselves on fucking TikTok. We need to go back to like 1942, especially after, maybe 1958 after he fucked up the Germans.
So men like Sean Strickland believe that women belong in the kitchen. And recently we have seen the traditional wife or tradwife movement on TikTok as we know it gain a lot of popularity. Maybe women do actually want to return to traditional gender roles. Let's deep dive into this. So I've been looking at my analytics recently and I've realized a lot of my audience is actually male. So I really want to put the question out there. Do men want traditional wives? Or as it's known, tradwives? So in this lifestyle choice, the woman is essentially the homemaker while the man goes out to earn money for the family. Of course, is a completely fine way to live your life if that's what you want. I've been looking at a lot of comments recently on these TikTok tradwife videos, and it seems like a lot of people love this lifestyle choice and really agree with the idea of it. So I really want to put the question out there. Do men want tradwives? A tradwife is not your ordinary stay-at-home mum. She needs to have perfectly curled hair, perfect makeup, and a stunning outfit. And probably even perfect teeth and a perfect smile. She can't be dressed like Adam Sandler. So let's take a look at a TikToker who's been labeled as the internet's biggest tradwife or TikTok's tradwife. And that is Nara Smith, who clearly spends a lot of time in the kitchen. So Nara basically has this format in her videos where her husband wants something or her children have specifically requested something to eat, which she then proceeds to go make from scratch.
This morning I asked my toddlers what they wanted for breakfast and they both said cereal, so I mixed some flour, peanut butter, maple syrup, milk and chocolate.
Now the videos are incredible and I love watching some of them. Like this one she did for the Super Bowl.
Here's all the food I made my husband for Super Bowl Sunday, and the spread was gone in an hour and a half.
Now, as we know, a lot of American husbands out there were probably at home for the Super Bowl feasting on something. People probably just ordered in pizzas. Nara made everything from scratch. When I actually looked into this a little bit deeper, it made me feel a little bit sad as I saw comments from girls like this.
How many hours is this? And is it possible for 9-to-5 girlies to do this on the daily?
Now, it's true a lot of girls are finding her videos comforting to watch, while others are questioning how they could lead a lifestyle like this while also having a 9-to-5 job. And this particular comment has so many likes.
Aren't you tired making everything from scratch? How do you do it? You're amazing, OMG.
So I think this shows to any men out there who do want a tradwife that there are women out there who do want to be your traditional wife, but it's just simply not possible due to the demands of a 9-to-5 job or working life these days.
My husband hasn't had a sausage egg McMuffin in a very long time. When he mentioned it the other day, I knew I had to make it for him for breakfast today.
Now, if this is the kind of wife you want to come home to every day, this lifestyle is attainable, but for the majority of the population, it is incredibly unrealistic. It's so difficult to look this pristine every single day and cooking like this every single day. There's just simply not enough time. In each of her videos, Nara literally has on a perfect dress, perfect nails, perfect makeup, perfect hair. Even her utensils, her cooking equipment, her kitchen, everything is just so nice. But I think a lot of people are forgetting that Nara didn't just pull out her iPhone and start recording herself. Like, she probably has a really good camera, a whole tripod set up, a whole ring light set up. So I do feel really bad for a lot of women or parents who watch this video and compare themselves.
How to become a traditional wife. Man, he is the provider, the main breadwinner. He goes out of the house and works. The woman, the wife, she is the homemaker. She takes care of the home. She takes care of herself and she does the cooking and the cleaning.
Then there's this TikTok content creator, Estee Williams, who is more upfront in her role as a tradwife. Estee Williams really has that 1950s, 1960s aesthetic with her floral dresses, hair and makeup, and big smile.
Christian traditional wives believe in biblical submission. This does not mean the wife is of less value than the husband, but our husbands do have the most authority in our marriages.
Essentially, she says the male has more authority in the relationship despite the man and woman being of same value. Now, I kind of take that as the man has more authority in the sense that he makes the major financial decisions. He will decide where to buy the house, what kind of house to buy, how much money the family will spend, how the kids will be raised, etc. As well as other basic home rules. Estee Williams has this video on TikTok on what she does before her husband gets home. Putting on jewelry, doing her hair, putting on makeup. And now again, I think we can't take this too literally, as people do things on TikToks to cause a stir and essentially get views. And again, is this now what men actually want to come home to? With your wife present and ready to serve you for your hard work? Or would you rather your wife is out there working, putting in those extra shifts to make your life more financially comfortable? Now, in recent years, we've seen the rise of online personalities that have gained a lot of support, such as Tate, who has said that it's a man's job to protect and provide.
I think a man should provide for a woman financially, completely and utterly.
So I understand men out there are trying to regain their masculinity.
But is the tradwife lifestyle still an unrealistic concept in today's society in which it is too hard for many to live off one income?
If a man has a wife that goes out to work just as much as him, that doesn't mean he's less masculine than a man who prefers for his wife to stay at home. And if a man can feed you, he can starve you as well. Men may complain that it's so difficult to find a good traditional wife. A lot of girls would love to quit their grueling corporate 9-to-5 job, but they're simply too scared that if they do this and then one day you cut them off, they will literally lose everything and have nothing to fall back on. Remember this video that went viral of this lady who really regretted the lifestyle that she'd picked, where she was completely reliant upon her husband's income.
And I've been sitting in my car crying ever since because I never have enough money. Have a job. And I think I need to do an entire Tradwife sequel, because you can be happy and rich and loving your life like Ballerina Farm until the guy walks out.
Apart from the issue of money, I really think religion and moral values play a crucial role in determining the success of the traditional family dynamic. I came across this post on Reddit recently. This post says that pretty much all traditional wives are religious. Regardless of all the back and forth discussion and debate on the traditional wife or tradwife drama, I think that a lot of girls do actually want to return to a traditional way of life. I really think that being a traditional wife is coming back into fashion. So maybe we don't even need men like Sean Strickland or Tate going on about this. I've seen comments like this.
Tradwife is my absolute dream. Bring back the traditional marriage and housewife. I'm all for this.
So it does seem like the tradwife movement is actually gaining a lot of momentum and popularity among girls. But why is this? Definitely think this is because people are so over the girl boss trend that happened from 2010 onwards.
When you're a girl boss, there's absolutely no time for personal life. It's work, sleep, make money.
So the whole girl boss era was about women starting their own businesses, being the boss, and essentially running their own empires.
Term girl boss, I believe, was initially coined by Sophia Amoruso, who founded Nasty Gal, a clothing brand that became a multi-million-pound business. She wrote a book on it, there was a whole TV show about it, and I really think it did inspire a lot of women out there to get out there and be their own bosses and own their own businesses. You would literally see the word girl boss everywhere. It was put into girls' heads that you need to get out there and become an entrepreneur. People came to the point of just exhaustion and were like, hold on, wait a minute. Being a girl boss is a lot harder than it seems to be.
What? I don't want any of this. I just don't want it. I just don't want to have to put myself through such extreme measures.
But really, I think since this, so many business areas have become so saturated and literally everyone has some kind of online business.
Fuck it, let's do it. Let's do it.
I just think there's literally too much competition, which of course makes it harder to succeed. Not to mention the rise of influencers. Literally, if you don't pay an influencer to post about your product, there is little chance of you doing well.
You guys, I totally think I found my newest obsession.
There's literally hardly any organic growth left in anything.
So really, I think a lot of girls out there have reflected and thought they'd rather have lived in a time in which women were the homemakers and the stress of the outside world and earning money was left to men.
I think it's true that a lot of girls out there are so fed up of their corporate jobs, they're so fed up of the whole girl boss era and working so hard, They'd rather just literally have that nice country home with a nice country kitchen you can cook and clean in all day. I saw this comment that said this.
I girl bossed too much and now I'm a doctor. Want to be a housewife.
I saw this comment that said,
when I was younger, I was so hyper-focused on my career. Now that I'm a stay-at-home mum, I realise that this is the much better life. We girl bossed too hard and now we're exhausted. Housewives unite.
Really, the point of my video is that I just want to hear more from the men. What do the men want? Do they want trad wives? What do men think of the trad wife trend? If you're a man, is this just something you see as a silly TikTok trend? Or are you glad that women are wanting to return to their traditional gender roles? Or do you feel like all the pressure is going to be back on the men again to be the sole providers for the family? Or would you much rather have a wife that goes out to work and helps you build the life that you want together? Or are you all for everything that Sean Strickland said at the beginning of this video? Please share your thoughts with me in the comments below.